these guys down here. See, it'll take me a little bit of time to get fully used to it, but we are ready to rock. So let's get those cannons ready to fire. Alright, go ahead and hit the Austrians as soon as they're coming in. We'll flank them with the horses. Oh, those Austrians don't stand a chance, man. Alright, here we go. Fire the cannons, and in 3, 2, 1, give them hell. Cannons are going in. Hit those lines. Oh, look at that. Horsemen coming right into the pikemen. Go, musketeers. Alright, cannons retreat. Pikemen go in. And the horses right up from behind. Alright, they're cutting through our lines. Let's bring out our beautiful dragoons. Oh, they got horses too. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Cossacks 3. Go ahead and smash, destroy, obliterate, stab, and bombard that like button to show your support for this fantastic franchise. Cossacks 3, of course, the third in the installment for Cossacks, has a wonderful isometric art style that I am just frankly in love with. So go ahead and give a Circle 7 salute and let me know of all the Cossacks games, which one was your favorite. 1, 2, or, well, probably 3 by now if you already own it. And of course, what was your favorite unit in all the Cossacks games, and or what are you looking forward to in Cossacks 3? Go ahead and let me know down below. Let's get started then. This is going to be a complete campaign overview and features overview for the game, so you'll be seeing gameplay, campaign overviews, and just general features that this game offers. Let's go ahead and start first and foremost with the profile. Of course, you can set up a profile for multiple characters or multiple different campaign run-throughs if you want, and of course the campaign offers quite a few different campaigns with quite a few different missions for each. You can see here there's what about 6 or 7 of them, and also a general starting tutorial which we'll be going over for the building of your empire and also the commanding of their troops. So of course there's quite a few here. You can see that each of them even has quite a few missions with a lot of detail on what you'll be facing. For instance here, Spain 1635, 59, etc., and it'll go into detail about what you'll be doing and all the different missions that play out in Cossacks. Very, very cool. I really like this a lot. So multiple campaigns all the way from, let's see, Russia and probably France and Spain and such. But we'll be starting here in Sweden. So you Swedes get really excited because we're about to learn the basics of war from you. So anyway, tack så mycket, min kompisor. Let's go to random map then. Let's take a look at that. So obviously, random map is the skirmish mode. You can be anything from Austria, France, England, Spain, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Sweden, Prussia, Venice, Turkey, and Algeria. And you can also play in different land types such as the Mediterranean, peninsulas, islands, etc. You can build, of course, on land and on sea. Obviously, Air Force not being a factor yet. Even though there is Venice, you'll not be seeing Da Vinci flying around in any sort of B-2 bombers or anything like that. This is the days of the Cossacks. Going back to the main menu then, multiplayer is pretty much the same thing. I haven't set this up yet, but again, when you play multiplayer, it should be set up similar to the random map game mode, where you'll set up, you know, obviously what nations you want to play as and which team, and I'm assuming there'll probably be free-for-alls and 2v2s and 3v3s, all sorts of different randomly generated maps as well, which I think is pretty cool, and I really like that a lot as well. Okay, so obviously your settings here, you got a lot of great settings in the game too. For those of you who are really specific about your settings, it seems like there's quite a bit, including shadow map resolutions and different I don't even know what FXAA is, but for those of you who who really care about that, the options are there for you, including sound and control options as well. And of course, lastly, well, loading game, that's self-explanatory, and the editor as well, where you can set up battles. Yeah, really cool. You can obviously build your own maps and put up your own units and such. I'm hoping this leads into scenario editing and that kind of thing. Maybe you could even do like 500 spearmen versus 3,000 cannons. Who knows who would win? So plenty of fun to be had there. But let's go back to the main menu and let's get started then with the campaign. So we'll go up to campaign and we'll start with a war ruse tutorial, which will play through 2 different campaigns, the peace campaign and the war campaign. The peace campaign allowing us to set up our nation, set up our empire, and set up our town halls to build an army. And of course, war teaching us all about the necessary evils of war in terms of the formations, special units, artillery, all sorts of different stuff. There'll be plenty of reading here, so sit back, get excited. It's going to be great. We will learn how to bring peace in Cossacks. Not necessarily, though. We will be raising an army, so get ready for that. So if you haven't already, go ahead and Cossacks 3 gameplay coming up very soon. I'll be playing through all the campaigns and doing some multiplayer as well. So for those of you who aren't getting enough today, there's much more to come. Here comes the voice acting. My king, we are almost there. The town where you will learn the basics of rulership is near. We'll arrive there very soon. Then let's not waste time, my friend. Yes, let us henceforth. All right, so all we have to do then is follow our advisor here then. Looks like these guys mean business here. These two, what, pikemen or spearmen? Pikemen, 17th century from Sweden. Hey, min kompis, här man du? Jag bra text, well, yoga logum, you know, that kind of thing. Right, so let's go ahead and meet up with these boys and see what they're all about. Good day, your oh wait, I couldn't even do a Swedish. Good day, your I can't. We are here to escort you to the fine little town. The king needs a proper routine, and we're honored to serve as such. All right, is that the right word? Thank you, my children. Follow me. All right, come on, boys. Let's go. Springer. All right, so we've got our king and our pikemen coming in. Very epic. Very cool to see these guys. I love this art style. I absolutely love the isometric art style in general. Cossacks, a very great looking game. If you loved Rise of Nations, if you love, obviously, Age of Empires and all those different titles, then this is definitely going to be a great title for you, I think. Alright, so all we got to do is walk into town here. Let's head into downtown Stockholm or wherever we happen to be. I'm not exactly sure, but let's figure out what the Swedes are up to. Oh, we want to follow this guy. There we go. Swing around here. A lot of peasants standing around. Looks like a lot of... ooh, looks like there's some musket men up here. And this is a command center. And there's a marketplace up here as well. This is the barracks here. Okay, greetings, your majesty. I'm honored to welcome you to my domain. What are you looking at? Never mind, there's nothing produced here. The lazy clowns couldn't be forced to work if the salvation of their souls depended on it. Not like this land offers anything to be produced in the first place. You can't harvest snow in winter here. What about the garrison? They're all soldiers, right? They can't march in line, so what? They know how to hold a pike. That's enough for this backwater wilderness as far as I'm concerned. Listen to your scheming advisors. I've got enemies everywhere. An honest man's life is never easy. I'm surprised the whole lot of you are not running on all fours here. My king, I apologize. You saw this town in such a decrepit state, and appointing a knave? What? This knave governor was a dire mistake. One that needs to be fixed at once. He ought to be fired immediately. Let's see. So we can either choose to basically save him or kill him. I'm going to go ahead and save him. This imbecile back home. Send him back home. That's all good. We'll see you, bro. Have a good one. Okay, everyone gather around. We got a mission briefing. So we're going to start kicking ass and building some structures, too. So, I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but I think I hear two different soundtracks going on at the moment, so it's kind of driving me nuts. We'll fix that in just a second. And again, this is the alpha finished version. It is not currently yet available on Steam, so any sort of bugs and things like that may have already been ironed out. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm not sure if I'm hearing two sounds or not, but it's kind of weird to me. My king, we have to clean up this place right now. Here come the local peasants. They are very important. It is their job to construct buildings and harvest resources. There are 6 resources in total: wood, stone, food, gold, iron, and coal. You need them all to develop the town to raise an army. Food is among the most important resources. You should start by building a mill and plowing the field that will supply you with provisions. Food is necessary to both produce new soldiers and peasants and to feed the existing ones. If you run out of provisions, your units will starve and die. Select a proper place to construct a mill. You'll need plenty of space and flat terrain for the field. Okay, I think I saw a good place over here, so let's get started. Peasants, assemble. Let's go. Our Swedish peasant army is moving out. Alright, let's go ahead and build our mill right up here. And obviously they're going to build a little windmill, and a farm field will pop up around it. I think the music thing fixed itself. Maybe it was just the song. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. But anyway, peasants are rolling out then to build here. You got that Swedish craftsmanship getting into gear here. Looks like only a few of the Swedes are working. The other ones are just supervising, I guess. But not everyone can work on a building. There's obviously limited space for that. So I think the bigger the structure, the more men that can construct the building. And obviously, that's a better thing. Great, the mill is up and the field is planted. Give the seeds some time to grow. Meanwhile, build a storehouse. It will provide storage for wood and stone extracted by peasants. It is prudent to construct the storehouse as close as possible to a forest or quarry. By the way, your food will not be stored in the storehouse. Who wants bread to come with sand and sawdust? Yeah, that's a good point. We don't want to store everything in one area. Mill has been constructed. All right, let's get over here and build our storehouse. It looks like they want us to build it right near the the wood, so we'll build it right over there. And again, in this game, the nice thing is we can speed up time a little bit, so we're going to see things rocking a little bit more. So let's look around and see what we've got around here. Looks like we've got an iron mine and some more forests to build plenty of, well, we don't actually have to build logging camps, but we are definitely close enough to where we can actually gather a lot of these resources. Let's look at these buildings here. We have ourselves a Swedish blacksmith and an artillery depot. We've got a diplomatic center and the Swedish town hall. That doesn't look like Stockholm to me, but close enough. Now it's time to begin producing the remaining resources: gold, iron, and coal. Without coal and iron, your firearms will turn into useless scrap metal. Mineral veins are easy to spot on the surface of rock. Please find iron or coal to deposit and order peasants to build a mine there. Very well, let's build the mine. So first we've got iron ore up here, so let's get rocking. Let's find our peasants here. Let's get to work on the mine, which does take some resources there to build, and obviously some time as well. In the meantime, let's get some of our men to start cutting down trees. It looks like we'll need some wood for sure, and it looks like everything's going good over here at the mill. So let's go ahead and see if we can start harvesting. We cannot, so we'll take some of these men over and we'll have them work in the mine afterwards, and these guys can go build elsewhere. Okay, so it looks like our next objective is to build a mine, so we're working on that now, and they'll be done very quickly. I like the UI. It does remind me a lot of those early city builders, Rise of Nations, Age of Empires, even Stronghold in some cases, and Crusaders. So I'm really loving it right now. My heart is just throbbing with the just, I guess, nostalgia of these great types of games. All right, we have sufficient resources to develop the town, my king. Please send some peasants to work on the fields and grow the food to feed people. All right, others should be ordered to fall trees and work in the quarry, providing us with wood and stone, making sure the mine has enough workers as well. We can start raising the garrison. Finally, peaceful labors tire me. Let's raise a company of pikemen. All right, very good. Nice. All right, so our next objective then is to raise 36 pikemen. To produce a unit, left-click on the icon. Clicking and holding will shift will make 5. And let's see, control results in an infinite production line. Wow, okay, so let's go ahead and make 36. So all we have to do here then is, there we go, hold shift, and we should be able to make about 32, 4, 5. We might have a little bit more than usual, so that's all right. Okay, our pikemen are coming out of the barracks. Man, look at these Swedes assemble. Hey, who said shut? Didn't anyone say shitbular? Anyone say lingonberry? Mayonnaise? Oh, look at everybody's getting excited. A smorgasbord of activity going on out here. Oh, I love you, Swedes. I really do. All right, let's go ahead and let's head back over to our mill here. I'm just looking through the forest to see if there's anything of interest. We have another problem to solve. At the moment, your soldiers look more like a gang of outlaws. In order to turn them into a proper army, we need to combine them into regiments. They will fight much better and will look more imposing to boot. To create a regiment, you'll need an officer, a drummer, along with soldiers themselves, of course. An infantry regiment can line up into 3 formations: rank, column, and square. The choice of formation depends on the task at hand. A column is best for assault, rank formation is suitable for firing, and square is ideal for defense, especially from enemy cavalry. Let's whip them into shape. All right, let's do it. Now, before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure we are harvesting the fields. And I think we could have done that before. I think I was just clicking on the mill. And let's just make sure all of our workers are working. I think one thing we can do is click here on the town hall and see who's actually idle. Oh, wait a minute. Just click on the... Yep. You can select all idle workers, so let's make sure... Okay, we've got that rocking there. We'll bring our peasants then back behind the barracks so that way we know where they are. Okay, let's get started with our formations then. Combine troops into formation. Select an officer, left-click formation type. So let's go ahead and move into a formation type then. Actually, we need to just click on the officer himself, I believe. That's the king there. That's us. Let's stand aside. Oh, that's the general. I think that's me, though. We want one of these gentlemen. All right, there we go. We want to crack everyone into a rank formation. And let's... Oh, do we have to do it this way? I think we have to select all of our troops. Ah, yes, 36. There we go. All right, so we're having all of our men now into a rank formation. Excellent. My king, we need more dwelling space to build our garrison. Soldiers and peasants alike need bunks to sleep on. You cannot hire new people until you can provide them with a roof above their heads. Command your workers to build houses. All men are endowed with certain unalienable rights. Among these is shelter from wind and weather. Wow, somebody taking the book of the... Let's see, let's get started here. So the rights of man, I guess. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these buildings up in names of the Magna Carta. There we go. And again, we're playing at a little faster speed, too, so we can get some of these buildings done. And let's move some of our soldiers away over here. There we go. My king, sometimes you'll be unable to produce some resources or another. You'll need to access the market to trade for other resources. Market prices are not set in the stone. The more you sell a particular resource, the lower price it drops. Alas, the The Husketeers have no patriotic feelings. Geez, some of these words are huge. I'm learning today quite a lot. Housing has been constructed successfully. Excellent. Look at these beautiful Swedish homes. Those don't look Swedish at all, I think. All right. Well, this hamlet is in good order now, but I fear it hit the limits of its development. The hinterland lacks resources and it needs to expand into a large city. We can either keep exploiting it, sure, but we should consider looking for resources elsewhere, on the other side of the river, for example. Command the workers to construct a shipyard. Once it's completed, order some fishing boats. The shipyard has to be constructed by water, of course. Bring more planks, yes. All right, we're going to need tons of wood. Thank God we've been building a ton of, well, we've been actually harvesting a lot of wood. Now it's time to build ourselves a giant shipping area. I guess what does it call it exactly? A shipyard, I'm assuming? Yes, a shipyard. So let's go ahead and build it by the ocean here. So we can pretty much build it anywhere we want, so long as we're in that circle, I'm guessing here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just build it right about there. Okay, very good. It's just north of the mill, and we're on turbo speed. It does take a while to build this shipyard, though. It does take quite some time, so you'll see it'll take a long time before we've got enough men to actually build this thing. Looks like we can't build any more peasants, so let's go ahead and take some men off the mill duty then. We've got plenty of food for now. And hopefully everyone stuffed their cheeks with, you know, enough acorns and such to last the winter. So let's assist with building the shipyard. All right, boys, get on over there. All right, we should be able to build the shipyard a lot faster now. This thing is huge, and look at that bar down in the lower left corner. That's all the construction going on there. So we're just about halfway now. So a shipyard, obviously extremely important for naval combat, transporting troops, and can also bring in food. And of course, it's got to be a huge building by default, because where else are you going to build ships? Okay, we're almost done here. We'll have our next briefing. And we're good. Perfect. Shipyard is successfully done. All right, perfect. All right, what do we got going on down here? We've got all of our troops waiting around. My king, we have to scrap the bottom of this poor land in order to expand the network of passages and railroads inside the mines. With this done, the mine could accommodate more workers, increasing output. Good idea. All right, so now we're going to get our taste of an upgrade then. I think there are hotkeys for this. I'm not sure. Oh, yes. No, not yet. All right. Oh, wait. What do we got going on here? We should improve our food production intensively. Instead of plowing new lands, we could boast the output of existing fields. We will need agricultural equipment from blacksmith and improve the mill. All right, what are we waiting for? Okay, let's get done with a few of these things. Let's slow things down just a bit. If you hit it enough times, it'll go into pause. There we go. We're at normal speed now. So the blacksmith, let's go ahead and manufacture agricultural equipment, and let's go ahead and expand the mines a little bit as well. All right, so we should be able to bring more peasants over. Where are they? All right, we're going to go back and work on the fields, and let's make sure we've got more men inside the mines. Let's also make sure we've got a couple workers on the logging as well. Now that we have boosted our economy, and stocked up resources, we can now reform our army. To make the most of our men, we need to train and drill them. Brave and skillful soldiers fight better and scatter numerous yet untrained mobs with ease. It is better to maintain a small but professional standing army than a horde of green recruits. As the Romans used to say, man become brave through training and force of discipline. Okay, I think men. There we go. Men become brave. Me learn good. Indeed, the professional soldiers of Rome crushed many a horde of barbarian militia. I love these responses. That is hilarious. I'm almost laughing every time I'm reading them. That's great. All right, we got men chopping wood. We got men going to the mines. We got a couple of boys standing idle over here. Let's actually, I think we need to get them all to the mines. Just 3 of them standing by. Let's see. Are you boys able to do some work? Or yeah, let's go over here. It looks like we can cut down some more trees, so let's do that just over here. All right, research available upgrades. Then we've got to research anything else. There's our marketplace. Looks like we can do a little bit of upgrades at the barracks. Let's go ahead and condense a fencing drill for our boys. Let's make sure they're skilled as possible. Nothing here at the artillery quarters. Nothing here at the diplomatic center. Nothing here at the Swedish town hall. And nothing at the command center as well. So that should be all of our upgrades, unless there's something else we can do here. Improve grain crop treatment. Very good. My king, disaster struck. There's a fire in the smithy. Send peasants to douse the flames before it burns to the ground, lest we have to build a brand new one. Oh yeah, we don't want that to happen. All right, everyone near the farm fields, let's put this fire out at the smithy. So obviously this building is going to burn down if we don't get enough forces here to put out the fire. Literally, they smash it out with their hammers, no problem. That's what you do, guys. All you got to do to put out fire is just, build right over. And no one will know. We'll just build right over the fire. Just, smother it out with new construction materials. I love that. Like I said before, my king, this land is poor and we need a better place for a proper city. Let's scout on the other side of the river. To cross this obstacle, we'll need a ferry, and our shipyard is capable of producing it. Order the shipwright to lay the keel. Yes, all right, let's do that right away. So here's the ferry we need. So ferries troops across the river or sea and can ferry 80 units at once. So literally Normandy. Look at how beautiful that is, man. I absolutely love this isometric art for this kind of style right here. Underappreciated and just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll need to build a boat as well, I think, afterwards. Let's just do that just to say we did it. Okay, we're going to need to bring some peasants to the other side of the river as well. And it looks like we've got plenty of stone, plenty of coal, plenty of everything. So we're just going to bring a few of these guys across. And, oh, my king, our ferry is ready for its maiden voyage. Use it to transport peasants and soldiers on the other side of the river. Send them out to look for a good place to build a city. One rich with resource deposits. When you found one, order to build a town center. It will serve as the heart of the city, providing us with housing to recruit more peasants and with storage for resources collected by our workers. Quest for the new land. This is so exciting. Let's head there at once. I love the king's responses. That is well written. That's wonderful. All right, let's head up to the shore then, and let's get everyone on the ferry. So the ferry literally looks like a carnival on a boat. It's a carnival cruise line right here. Actually, wouldn't it be Viking cruises? Considering Scandinavia and all that. Okay. Anyway, to get our troops onto the ferry, all we have to do is just get very close to the shore, and they'll drop the ramp, and then we'll get on it, just like D-Day. And this ship can just move by sheer mind power alone. We don't need no oars, we don't need no sails, but I'm sure that'll be implemented a little bit later. Okay, we can hire workers at the town hall. We can hire yep, okay, we've got everyone we need here. Everyone's gathered up. Okay, let's hop on the ark, boys. All right, the ramp is down. Everybody pile on. Let's go. All right, here we go. Our forces are loading on. Very cool, too. That's really awesome. Wow, they loaded up very quickly. All right, did we get our boat out? Where's our boat? I don't know if we actually have our boat built yet. Is that building? Oh, it looks like it's no longer under our command. Okay, I guess they canceled it. Okay, let's transport our troops across the river, and we're going to build our new HQ over here, our new town center, a new city. Now, let's see. Let's say this was Stockholm. What city would you like to be built across the other side of the river, Swedes? Do you think it would be Gothenburg or what do they say? Göteborg? I always forget. Could be Halmstad. Wait, is that a town or is that a region? I don't even know. Let's say it's Lund. All right, we're building Lund. Or Malmö. I don't know. Anyway, let's turbo up. Let's get across this river as soon as possible. That is one mighty river, too, by the way. That may as well be like an archipelago or something. It's a pretty beefy river. All right, we're about to hit the beach just like it's Normandy. Normandy in, what year are we again? 17th century, so... Okay, we're almost across. Looks like we're leaving a few men behind. Oh, we got kicked off the farm. I guess we could have brought everybody. We'll just keep pretending working. Oh, okay, nothing. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just leave them on the other side. All right, boys, disembark. All right, we'll get everybody off. So everyone unloads one by one. So we're going to have to just wait a little bit until all of our troops and all of our builders are off. Look at the king. He's ready to rock. It's a general. I guess I'm a general, but, I mean, I may as well just be a king at this point. King of the noobs. All right, almost everybody's off here. I like how some of our troops even brought wood with them. It's hard to part with your belongings sometimes, especially if you're traveling. All right, let's get all of our pikemen over here. Let's make sure they're all good to go. All right, let's make sure everyone's accounted for. We've got our musketeers, our 17th century Swedish musketeers, and, of course, our wonderful peasants. Oh, and who's this? Oh, an officer. And also another pikeman that I just missed. And, of course, our general. Where'd our drummer go? I thought we had our drummer around here. I guess he was on rental. I don't think we actually got him. Where is he? Yeah, our drummer's hanging out somewhere. He was a loner. Okay, let's go ahead and start building our new town hall. Let's go ahead and build right here next to. Obviously, it's going to be a good spot to put it around the supplies because that's where we'll build most of our town. So let's go ahead and set up some defenses then, and let's try to do what we were told. So again, the square formation is good for defense. So we'll go ahead and set up a few pikemen around our commander. And then also a few other defensive stances if we can muster it. Oh, let's get another. Oh, there's our drummer. My king, you should note how various buildings of your city need one another. Some of them can't be constructed for as long as others are missing. Let's see, you cannot build barracks without a blacksmith, for example. Besides, some buildings just cannot function properly without others. Imagine having built a barracks and begun raising an army, then somehow lost the smithy in the process. Your barracks is still there, but you cannot train more soldiers until a replacement blacksmith is available. Very interesting. Very interesting. Your learning amazes me, my friend. I'm lucky to have an advisor like you. Oh, that's nice. Okay, here comes our drummer. I forgot all about him. He was too busy listening to his iPod. They had iPods back then, right? I'm pretty sure. All right, let's get everybody up in line here. Let's get our drummer up here. Little drummer boy, come on up. Let's get building some structures right away. I think we'll need a few more houses. Let's go ahead and build those close to the town hall then. And let's see how quickly we can build these structures. 1 and 2 here. Just hold shift to multi-build, I think, like that. And we're going to obviously need a mine for gold and a mine for iron. That'll be a good thing. And let's go ahead and also get up a mill as well. Just make sure we've got everything we need. Nice thing is once houses are constructed, they don't need any care. They're not an industrial building, so you don't ever have to return to them, really. Let's build a blacksmith as well, somewhere up here by the mines. That would be a kind of a nice-looking area. Let's get our troops in formation. We've got our pikemen. Let's go ahead and... where's our drummer here? All right, let's put our king down. Or let's see. Got to make sure we got all of our troops assembled here. All right, there's our commanding officer there. All right, good. Our officer and our general. Let's go ahead and stand these guys next to each other. And let's have the pikemen guard. My king, sound the alarm. Some people were spotted. They're clearly not our men, and they're intent on anything but bargaining? I don't know. We should protect ourselves. Oh, here comes Purple. Purple, what are you doing? Oh, it's the Russian spearmen. Oh, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. All right, everybody get to defensive positions. We're going to need, let's see, let's get our pikemen in a defensive position around the king, or around the general, and let's get our musketeers up on the flank. Oh, did I not do that correctly? Here, let's select the officer. Well, it doesn't matter. We're already in a fight. Screw them. Let's get our musketeers up, and let's shoot them in the flank. Come on, boys. Yeah, pop them. That's right, east side. All right, very good. We've only lost a couple men on that one. Here comes the second wave. Let's see if we can finish them off. Hold on, stand back. Very good. Are you all right, my king? They've beaten the enemy away. God be praised. These scoundrels could do much harm. Have you noticed some buildings and peasants that can be captured when there are no soldiers nearby? Mills and mines left unguarded, for example. Yeah, I saw it. It needs to be guarded at all times. Right. Send men to patrol around the storehouses, mines, and mills. However, it only helps against lone soldiers. We need to do better to be safe from significant enemy forces. Let's erect a palisade. All right, very good. We got that last guy. Okay, so a good defense there. I was trying to set it up, but it looks like we got ambushed quickly. Nice thing is we can guard some of these buildings. It sends a few troops to each of the important buildings. So let's guard, obviously, the, let's see, the town hall is going to be important, the blacksmith, and the mines. We definitely want those so we can build more soldiers. So let's get rocking with that. Takes a significant force, though, to defend it. Oop, I quickly clicked past that. But it looks like the diplomatic center here, we're able to build archers. Infantrymen armed with a bow and arrow. Does not fire when an enemy is up close. Fires flaming arrows at buildings, fortifications, and ships. Effective at setting ships aflame. Hire some bowmen and burn down the enemy barracks. Okay, so one thing we can do is the enemy barracks is right up there. So we're going to have to go right back to our diplomatic center, and we're going to hire some of these guys, and we're going to do yet another D-Day invasion on these guys. So let's build, oh, again, hold shift. Let's see how many of them we can make, and we'll just get as many as possible. We'll send our ferry back to the other side of the river, and we'll get some of those men that we had left behind before. In the meantime, let's make sure our army is all good to go. Let's put our troops in good defensive stance. Actually, let's keep everybody together and see what we can do from here. Let's go ahead and see if we can put everyone in a line formation and stand ground. We don't want to do that. Let's make sure we can... let's see. It's interesting to command some of these troops. I want to put everybody into a line. What is this? Oh, kills. Wow. So... Oh, wow, there's actually a kill count. 3 between them. 3 kills for these guys, 5 for these guys. Wow, look at this. Protection against grape shot. Oh, wow, there's so many different values and such for these troops. Awesome. And then we've got our guard duty here, so wherever our general goes, everyone else goes. Very nice. All right, let's make sure we keep him with our troops. All right, let's go ahead and get men into line formations and such. Let's actually do it this way. How do we do this exactly? Line formation. Oh, I see, and then you got to... Do you got to be near the soldiers? I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see. So if you select Army rank reserve... We had it a second ago. Everyone doesn't have to be selected together. Pikemen. Oh, we should be able to command these troops like that. Alright, I'll fiddle with it a little bit later. Alright, we've run out of dwellings to have our soldiers at. We don't have enough houses for all the new men that we're hiring. I'll figure that military part out in a little bit after we do the military section as well. So there's plenty of practice especially on my side. I'm sure some of you out there are pros and giggling at me. Why is he building his houses this way and all that? Hey, this is the first time I'm playing Cossacks, and I'm loving it. Look at all these guys coming out in a full... That is a parade right there. Look at all these guys. So these guys must be from the Middle East, maybe Turkey or Algeria. I'm not exactly sure, but you can definitely tell by their wardrobe that they're definitely of that type of nature. And these guys are going to kick some ass. And they're, I'm really happy that our Swedes are allies with them because they got awesome flaming arrows. Look at this guy. He's like, man, there's some... Things are going down today. It's going down. So let's load up everybody on the ship. Again, we can only hold, what, 80 men inside? So max 80. I don't know if... Wow, look at that loading. That is sweet. Wow, that was really cool. All right, I think we were completely maxed out on those guys, so that's good enough. Let's get everyone else on the boat. And we've got 74. Ooh, we're going to have to leave some men behind, unfortunately. Never leave a man behind. But in this case, oh well. You guys can guard the shipyard just in case. Okay, we're shipping across the river. Let's get going. While we wait for that boat, I'm going to figure this out. So let's see, the drummer, what can he do? Everyone should be able... Let's get in formation here and figure things out. Let's see if we can leave the... how do we get rid of units as a guard? Stand easy. Move and attack, cancel. Oh wow, so you can change their military stance as well when they move around. And as for these soldiers, yeah, we want to kind of separate them a little bit. So we'll kind of go on a flank on the enemy then. Up here I've noticed that there's possible high ground to sneak around through here. So we could have our, maybe our musketeers go down here and shoot at them at range. Then have the pikemen come up and then come in and smash their barracks from behind. So looks like by now we've just arrived with our special delivery of archers. Perfect timing. All right, offload, boys. I'll have to figure that out with that whole formation situation. I had it mastered before, and now I'm just derping out, I guess. That's all good. It happens. Look, drummers, officers, pikemen 11, plus the musketeers and such. So, all right, let's go ahead and get up top. We're going to make sure everyone's nicely secure. Let's go ahead and get a little closer to the enemy. Meanwhile, I think our archers have almost finished unloading. We've got, let's see, 55 of them, so we're almost there. 60, just 20 more. Wow, look at that. These guys are highly trained too, I believe. They're definitely not a group you want to mess with. Okay, so what do we do? Let's have our archers come in through here. They're going to sneak through the woods. Hopefully the enemy doesn't see them. And our rest of our force is arriving now. All of our pikemen, all of our musketeers. This is going great. All right, let's sneak up. Let's sneak up here. See how close we can get to them before we irritate them. Let's try not to get too close, but stay at distance. And let's have our general head up here as well. Alright, musketeers, you're up first. Let's see if we can create a line. Maybe we can have the pikemen sneak around the side. I don't know, I'm trying all sorts of different techniques here. Meanwhile, we've got all of our archers coming in. I wonder if we could have our archers assist from this side as well. Let's put them just behind the musketeers and see what happens. And let's put another group over here. Alright, let's... The excitement is building. I'm really excited to see how this attack works out. Alright, let's build up our forces through here. We don't want to get too close. We don't want them to spot us. So what did they have? That looks like just a bunch of pikemen? Russian pikemen? Oh, right, a Russian spearmen. My mistake. I don't know if there's a major difference. Well, I know there is a major difference, but we've got pikemen, they've got spearmen. Obviously, ours are a little bit more armored then. Okay, our boys are ready to rock. So here's what we'll do. We'll immediately move in with musketeers to... irritate them, aggro, and then we're going to move in with the pikemen at the same time. So, musketeers, you go up. Pikemen, you go up. Sneak up from behind. These guys are going to get ready to fall back. Let's get our archers up here. Pikemen, go in. Get them, guys. It's too hard for friendly fire, I think. Okay, we're going to have to flee. All right, musketeers, open up. Nice, they got him. Perfect, and our king is nicely safe, our general there. Okay, time to swarm the enemy's building here. And let's kind of completely surround this structure now. We've got them exactly where we want them. Very cool. Very nice and easy to make little formations and stuff like this. Though I probably did better during the warm-up, I think. But it's nice to experiment a little bit and see what tactics are going to work and what aren't. And of course, I'm not the best tactician when it comes to ancient technologies such as this, but there you go. All right, let's burn her down. Hit it, boys. Wow. GG. Steve. All right, he fell asleep. All right, you guys, come on, get up. What are you doing? Wow, debris actually flew off the building and hit him. I did not know that would happen. Everyone else had their hard hat on, I guess not these two. Okay, now that hunger and enemy troops pose no threat to the city, it is now time to think about science. I suggest you build an academy. It will allow you to make certain upgrades to research new technologies, allowing you to boost the production efficiency of your economy and the martial prowess of your troops. Alright, besides you need an academy to produce officers and drummers. It's XVII century. Oh, it's the 17th century. Oh, I see. I see what they were doing there. An officer is supposed to possess wide-ranging knowledge of all walks of life. Well, there you go for me. Time to introduce some culture. All right, let's get back to base then and bring everyone with us. So interesting tactics there. I'll have to learn a little bit more with the formations, and we'll definitely do that during the next section here. But before we are done with this mission, let's go ahead and build ourselves an academy, which does require the 17th century barracks, so let's go ahead and build one of those. Alright, the Swedes are now getting their barracks up. How many builders do we have with us today? Everyone else is securing all the structures around here. We're doing great on food, great on everything else. Plenty of resources, so everything is going good. Look at how quickly they're building this thing. Wonderful. Mission done. Alright, let's go ahead and build the academy then. And let's build this building somewhere near the town hall. Let's make it look nice. Alright, about there. Okay, very good. Everything's nicely tucked in. Looks good. It looks like our army's arriving back. We only took a few losses on that one. And pikemen are definitely, spearmen and pikemen are definitely great for the melee combat. And of course, you know, with just the limited musketeers we have, they could be better, but you need a lot more of them, especially at range. Okay, having all necessary buildings, you can proceed to the 17th century, opening new opportunities to do so. Select the town hall and start research. Alright, in order to do that, we need the cathedral and artillery depot. Oh, looks like we're not going to do that just yet. My king, you have learned much. You know how to produce resources, how to build cities, and raise armies. When the storehouses are full of supplies and the borders are secured by reliable troops, there is golden opportunity to develop sciences. So many wondrous discoveries were achieved by our learned men, and how many more still wait ahead? What will the coming century bring? What kind of arms will bear the armies of tomorrow? How could our noble ancestors who used to fight armored and mounted, imagine the accomplishments of infantry and commoners armed with muskets? All kind of weaponry will be invented by the cruel genius in years to come. My friend, I am honored to have a man as an advisor such as you. Thank you for your service. Oh, very nice. Very good. Wow. It's quite a wordy statement to the end of the victory there. Okay, on to mission 2. We're now going to be learning military tactics now, for those of you who are patient. So let's go ahead and get started with that right away. Let's go ahead and select the campaign. We're going to war, baby. Let's do it. All right, we'll get right in there right away. So we're going to learn formations. We're going to learn tactics. We're going to learn artillery, muskets, all different types of skirmishers on horseback and on foot, and all sorts of different levels of greatness. That man's haircut. Is that a modern haircut screenshot at like a cosplay convention or something? Because that dude's looking awfully cool. My king. Battles are costly for both armies, and don't happen too often, unless both parties involved cannot avoid them. But today is a day of battle. We did everything to prepare for a fight, and the rest is in the hands of God. No bullet would hit a soldier unless the Lord wills it. Nice to have him on our side, then. We ought to win. Alright, so here's all of our troops here, so it'll jump to sections of the Swedish military in time here. Pikemen form the bulk of our infantry. Obviously, they are armed with long pikes. These weapons do a great job of clearing enemy infantry, and especially deadly against their cavalry. See those armored soldiers in helmets holding pikes? That's them. And that is much obvious. Alright, and what do we got next? Musketeers make up the rest of our infantry. They are armed with muskets and gun down enemies at range. They cannot fight in melee. If an enemy comes up close, they'll have to retreat. Do not leave them without a screen of melee fighters, or you'll end up being slaughtered. One more thing, they need iron and coal to fire. If you run out of one of those, the resources, the musketeers will have no ammunition to fire with, rendering them useless. Yeah, it's good we have plenty of ammunition stockpiled. Alright, what's up next then, boys? Ah, yes, the cavalry. A part of our cavalry consists of reiters. See those armored horsemen? It's them. Riders or reiters? I'm not exactly sure how to say that, so bear with me. They're used to fight in melee. Cavalry is much faster than infantry, of course, so use the advantage to reinforce vulnerable spots to deal surprise attacks on the enemy. On my honor, these riders will rival, wow, the champions of Alexander himself. A bold statement from our general here today. What next? Ah, even more. The rest of our cavalry consists of dragoons. They are the horsemen armed with muskets. Like musketeers, dragoons do not fight in melee and retreat once engaged. They likewise need iron and coal to keep firing. These mounted musketeers will help the rioters break through the enemy ranks. They can gun down enemy pikemen at their leisure, as the opportunities stand no chance to catch up with them. That is true, but then again, if they get close, well, they're going to get piked, and that's not good. What's up next? Looks like we've got ourselves... Ooh, my king, the time has come to move into position. Send the pikemen ahead. There are two ways to do so, engaging enemies. Encounter or ignoring them, if you choose. The first option, your soldiers will march into the position fully prepared for fighting. If they encounter enemies, they will attack and pursue them. Second option means they are to hurry towards their designated objective and ignore all distractions, even if the enemy attacks them. They will only defend themselves upon reaching their position. They should march and kill anyone they meet. No time to turn the other cheek. Alright, so we're just going to move straight in. So to order your soldiers, move to attack. So basically a quick left and right click like that. Perfect. Alright, so they're moving right in. Look at that, they move right through the trees. That's awesome. And you can see the formation looked a little split up from the tree as well. I believe that does do it. Now that the pikemen are in position, they must be ordered to hold it. That way they'll not be provoked into fighting, but will stand their ground if the enemy dares to attack. Holding a defensive position gives an advantage in fighting. Very well, let them stand their ground. Alright, boys, hold your position then. Right there should be good. Alright, let's hold ground then. Stand ground complete. Very good. We've locked them into place. Wonderful. My king, do you know what branch of service claims the most enemy lives? Artillery, of course. No amount of pike and shot combined can deal as much devastation as cannons. They can fire very far, destroying manpower and buildings alike. But iron and coal alone are not enough to keep your cannons active. You'll need gold as well. Unlike dragoons and musketeers, cannons can fire at very close ranges. They use cannonballs at long ranges to switch to their canister shot when a target is close by. Canister shot is kind of ammunition consisting of numerous small metal balls. One volley of it can slaughter a great many unarmored soldiers. Be careful though, a canister shot can't tell friend from an enemy, bringing down anyone who stands in range. Make sure there are no friendly troops in its path. Another thing, cannons can be captured if they are left unguarded by soldiers. Never leave them unattended. I got it. Let's bombard enemy positions. Alright, looks like we got enemy troops here, so let's get bombarding with that artillery. Let's go ahead and wheel it into a high position up here. And very interestingly enough, our cannons don't come with any men on them, so I'd like to see in the future, my only small quarrel with the game is that there's no infantry actually pushing these cannons. It would be cool to actually see them have troops with them, so that way you knew that when they were being attacked or when they could be captured because the crew was killed. Crew obviously would defend if they could. Alright, let's go ahead and bombard an area. Open fire, boys. Wow, look at that. Let's do it again. That was really fun. Oh, we gotta wait for recharges, I think. Is that what that bar is, maybe? Oh, that's for the next volley. I see. That's the reload time. Alright, let's get all close and personal with these guys as they get hit. Who are we fighting today, anyway? It looks like the Austrians. Oh, the Austrians standing up against the Swedes. My king, our fire forced the enemy to abandon their position. Their musketeers seem to be unprotected. Do you remember they cannot fight in melee? To close in on them swiftly and leave them with no chance to escape, use the light cavalry. These horsemen are faster than the raiders and dragoons. You'll have some mercenary Cossacks filling in this role in your army. They'll do wonders in a surprise raid. Let me see if they were worth their price. Okay, there's our wonderful musketeers. No, this is our cavalry. I'm sorry. These are the Sikh Cossack mercenaries for Sweden. All right, let's go ahead and flank these guys. Where are they coming in from? Here they come. Oh, that's where we got to hit them. Alright, let's move in up here. They'll never see us. Well, they will, but it'll be too late when they do. Look at these guys. Wow, they're rolling. Wow, these guys are already angry. They're already swinging swords. Look at that. Go, boys, go. Let's hit that musketeer line. Here we go. Alright, we're going to come in from the flank as soon as possible. Alright, here we go. Let's split off, actually. This group going here. This group going there. There we go. We got their attention elsewhere. Get them, boys. Oh, look at that. No chance. No chance. Wow, wonderful. We killed him so quickly. Excellent work, boys. RTB. Alright, looks like we've lost maybe 5 horses in that quarrel. Warships are a powerful force in their own right. If somewhat limited by requiring some water to sail in, a warship is a big artillery battery capable of doing a lot of harm to the enemy. Fortunately, our opponents have set up their base on the shore, and we have a ship in line ready to do battle. We can use its tremendous firepower to destroy their camp. Send orders to our captain at once. How would you get orders over there? Signal flare, iPhone, maybe FaceTime. Okay, let's move in. And definitely can't have a Samsung on that ship. You know, she'd burn down. All right, let's move in with our ship. We're moving at full pace then, and let's get as close as possible. Let's move in very close to this ship, or with the ship, so that way we can hit the shore. This is going to be awesome. All right, we've got our ship of the line for Sweden moving in here. Maybe this is the Vasa. Maybe she didn't sink in the harbor. Maybe she did make her way out. Raptor, that actually wasn't a battleship. It was more of a... All right, whatever. Let me have my dreams. Okay, take this, Austria. Eat Swedish lead. Here we go. Wow, look at that. Absolutely devastating, those troops. Jeez, that thing is accurate. Whoa! It just gunned down their entire troops. My king, do you hear the thunder of enemy drums and wine in their flutes? They're going on the offensive. We'll see what kind of dough they're made of. I commend their bravery to willingly march into... Oh, wow. They're willingly marching to their deaths. Another bold statement from the commander here. All right, so we've got all of our troops under our control now. Let's see exactly what happens. We've got our cannons up on high. We got to go ahead and number our troops, groups 1, 2, and 3 and such, but I'm going to skip that for now because it takes a little bit of time, and we got to get ready to react to the battlefield right away. So let's go ahead and set up an ambush again. Here come the Austrians. They're rocking. All right, let's see. We want our musketeers up on the line as well. Let's put them up on the hill. Quickly, boys, quickly. And make sure you're in line formation. There we go. Oh, get up there. There we go. All right, we want our pikemen ready to do battle as well. Come on. We want to select that whole group. Let's see if we can move in down here. Oh, not these guys. Oh, crap. All right, let's go ahead and move those guys up there. These guys down here. See, it'll take me a little bit of time to get fully used to it, but we are ready to rock. So let's get those cannons ready to fire. All right, go ahead and hit the Austrians as soon as they're coming in. We'll flank them with the horses. Oh, those Austrians don't stand a chance, man. All right, here we go. Fire the cannons, and in 3, 2, 1, give them hell. Cannons are going in. Hit those lines. Oh, look at that. Horsemen coming right into the pikemen. Go, musketeers. All right, cannons retreat. Pikemen go in. And the horses right up from behind. All right, they're cutting through our lines. Let's bring out our beautiful dragoons. Oh, they got horses too. All right, fall back. All right, looks like our horses are fighting it out pretty good. Nice, we're going toe-to-toe with them. Let's get those riflemen, very good. Cannons are holding them back. All right, break up the pikemen. Very good. Nope, stand your ground. Pikemen are moving in to clean up the mess. Let's hit those musketeers. Our horsemen kicked ass. Let's hit those musketeers. Woo! It's one loud battle. I love it. All right, let's get in there with more pikemen. Wow, look at that. All the pikemen getting finished off. The horses coming in to clean them up. Any of these guys around? Let's finish off these. Wow, look at all those riflemen. Oh, look at this. They don't stand a chance now. It's just a little bit of cleanup. The Austrians are finished. A beautiful play with the horses. Beautiful play with the cannons. And we had the Highlanders. I don't even think they fired a shot, unfortunately. But a good reserve unit just in case we couldn't deal. Oh, looks like we're chasing them all the way back. Let's grab some horses and let's get them, boys. These guys aren't fast enough. Let's get the lighter raiders. Oh, there we go. Congratulations on your victory, my king. Following your wise orders, our brave soldiers have triumphed, penning another glorious page in the history of our great kingdom. I have no doubts the Lord wants to grant us victory. Indeed. Okay, everyone, well, that is it for Cossacks 3 for now. Again, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Let me know what your favorites were in Cossacks and what you want to see more of. I'm not the best player in the world, but I just had a hell of a time. I absolutely loved it. So I'm really looking forward to getting into more of that campaign. And we'll be starting off very soon with becoming a Generalissimo. Generalissimo? I don't know. Let's see here. Holy Roman Empire. Oh, that is going to be very interesting. So I will see you guys next for that. Thank you very much for your support. Bye. Hero, text me.